How's it going, Vandals? I'm Johnny Alpha, and I'd like to welcome you back to Graphic Vandalism. And yep, it's new video time. This video is Wanted, Dead or Alive. Hey, look at 5 Western comics that totally rock and that I completely love. Also, Wanted, Dead or Alive is the name of my favorite Bon Jovi song, but let's all just forget I said that, okay? This video is a rootin' tootin' rad request from a good friend of the channel's, The Unknown. And with that, Vandals, let's find out just why mamas should not let their babies grow up to be cowboys. All right, and first up we have High Moon, written by David Gallagher with fast, fun, horrific art by Steve Ellis. Originally published by Zuda Comics, but has been reissued by Super Genius Comics. And High Moon is just a fun and wild horror western full of werewolves, vampires, bounty hunters, bank robbers, and tons of action and gore. This is a comic I could see making a very killer crossover with Mike Mignola's BPRD universe. And this one's all about a wandering bounty hunter who is a creature of the night. He's searching for a bounty head that leads him to a small town, and all hell breaks loose with the undead. We get a really cool changing of the guard in the first arc, and the book just goes on to introduce lots of cool and fantastical side characters and villains. And I just love it. It's a wild and fast horror western that anyone can sink their teeth into, and I'm pretty bummed out it's so unknown, as it is an award-winning series. I hope this video can bring some more love to this one. Cool, cool. And next up is Drifter, written by Ivan Brandon with just stunning and beautiful art by Nick Klein, published by Image Comics. And Drifter is just an incredible and jarring space western. You know me, I'm a sci-fi nut, so I had to jam a space western on this list, and man did I pick one of the best ever. Brandon and Klein are such a great up-and-coming creative team, and this book is more than proof of that. It takes all the best western and cowboy tropes and puts them all to play in an unhospitable and unforgiving alien world. This series reminds me quite a bit of the show Deadwood, which is one of my all-time favorites, but it also takes on and even reinvents a lot of classic western stories and ideas, and it makes them into something new and inspiring. We even get a real wild stagecoach style arc that is unreal cool. In my opinion, Drifter is 4 arcs of space western perfection. Okay then, and how about now we hop on over to Streets of Glory, written by the Irish madman Garth Ennis, with harsh and brutal art by Mike Wolfer, published by Avatar Press. And Streets of Glory is just a moody, violent, and brutal tale that takes place towards the very end of the Wild West. And it has a total Sam Peckinpah approach to its action and gore. And the story for this one is about an old gun hand named Joe Dunn, a true man of action and violence in a world that's always changing, and men like him are no longer needed. He comes to a new bustling city to try and mend some burnt bridges and meet his daughter he's never known, but his past catches up to him, and he finds there is a need for his special brand of brutality one last time. And wow, this book is just so moody and at times downright tragic, and Joe Dunn is such a cool, likable badass. If you dig stories like True Grit, then you'll love this book like I do. Right on! And how about next we take a look at Pretty Deadly, written by Kelly Sue DeConnick, with lush and vivid art by the always amazing Emma Rios, published by Image Comics. And Pretty Deadly is such an incredible mashup of a western, folk-style horror, and gothic fantasy, and it's told with some of the most beautiful visuals I have ever seen in a comic. And this one's all about the daughter of death, Skull-Face Ginny. She rides the wind with her 6-gun and sword. She happens upon and saves a pair of traveling performers and has some amazing battles, but this all leads her back to her destiny and her fight against her father, Death. And oh my gosh, Vandals, this book is so utterly magnificent. It's just so unlike anything else out there in either Western or even horror fiction. And the first arc of this comic is beyond epic, and it's the definition of a must read. All right, and last but surely not least, we have Lovelace, written by my main man, Brian Azzarello, with stark and gorgeous art by Marcelo Fruzen, Werther de Ladera, and Daniel Zazelj, published by Vertigo Comics. And just wow, Lovelace is a hell of a comic. It's without a doubt the most brutal and hardcore book on this list. It's a book that takes revenge stories to new heights and lows in sheer vulgar brutality, and it's just marvelous. The story for this one takes place right after the Civil War, and it's all about a man named Wes Cutter who returns home to his small town, Blackwater, Missouri. And let's just say he's not coming home for peace and quiet. He returns home to make his town, who he feels betrayed him, a living hell. And Wes isn't even the scary one. His wife, Ruth, has her own bone to pick with the people of Blackwater, and things get downright savage. This book also has so many cool and crazy side characters and moving parts that all come together to tell one epic and bloody revenge bloodbath of a story, and it's just wonderful. I have always loved westerns like High Plains Drifter, and this book makes that look like a Disney cartoon on the real. Check out Loveless and Soon. It's just so damn good. Well, there you have it, Vandals. Wanted, Dead or Alive. And I had a lot of fun making this one as I wanted to talk about these books for so long. So, a big thank you to The Unknown for requesting this one. And please let me know what are some of your favorite Western comics in the comments down below because I love recommendations. But for now, and until next time, this is Johnny Alpha from Graphic Vandalism saying don't stop reading.